Last month's controversy regarding bans against League of Legends players that opted into wildly unusual champion strategies has finally been settled. Players that chose playstyles that caused as much chagrin among their allies as it did among their enemies will no longer be found at fault by Riot Games player behavior specialists, preventing them from being subject to a 14-day ban. WookieCookie, Riot's player support lead regarding player behavior, said, "Doing crazy stuff and challenging the meta is something we want to enshrine in League of Legends. And although this may cause a higher burden on teammates and communication, after review, we feel a 14-day ban for imperfect communication, when there is a clear intent to win matches, is too harsh. Instead, a new assessment criteria has been outlined for Riot's internal judgment and made transparent to the player base at large," which he continued with, "Players who cause an undue amount of frustration and pain because of the crazy pick but are dedicated to winning, not trolling, will not receive a ban. Instead, we'll temporarily lock their account. The player will get a message to reach out to player support so they can unlock their account." Before you guys get too scared, given our review of past audits, we feel this will only really apply to a few players a year. Seriously, last year thousands of these audits were performed and we only saw a tiny handful of these cases appear. When contacted, player support will let the player know they're not banned, but temporarily locked out of their account because of an audit. We'll share in-game examples and reports of the kind of behavior that's causing them to pop up on our radar. The player gets feedback on how they can communicate what they're trying to do and how their team can win without ruining their experience of the people that they play with. After that, player support will unlock their account. With their account unlocked, the player is free to return to games right away. Player support will reach out again if they find any actual behavior problems. If they're flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct or outright trolling, they'll receive a penalty. If it's just their style to try to win with weird picks and unusual plays, then they won't get a penalty. While still more onerous than simply letting a player pick support singed unmolested, these guidelines are a lot more clear than the previous precedent. Riot's original stance regarding off-meta picks, as outlined in the player behavior agreement, put more weight on individual player agency. But their attempts to combat and curb negative player experiences by emphasizing the supremacy of teamwork and cooperative conduct sometimes comes in conflict with that original statement. With this latest statement, they've reaffirmed player agency. You just have to remember to tell your teammates first and be willing to listen to their concerns. Like this new change to the policy? Let me know down in the comments. And remember to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel for more League of Legends news. You're watching esports on PvP Live.